Thawing permafrost is creating pingos which are likely to explode because of climate change and the melting of permafrost in Siberia. Craters have begun to appear across icy tundra on the Yamal and Gydan peninsulas. The craters are exploded heave mounds or pingos that occur as the buildup of methane gas in pockets of thawing permafrost under the surface that, when the pressure is the greatest, explode, hurling ice and soil into the air along with the methane gas. A pingo is defined by sciencedirect.com as formed when water, rising by hydraulic pressure through gaps in the permafrost, freezes and uplifts a mound of ice covered by a layer of alluvium. The bad part is that 17 more craters have formed, and the database the scientists are creating by studying this phenomenon lists well over 7,000 heave mounds on the Yamal and Gydan peninsulas. The areas considered the most dangerous are North and South Tambi near the town of Siberia and the Sakha area, according to SiberianTimes.com. The most notable, so far, is the crater dubbed C1 in the central Yamal Peninsula, which exploded in 2014, sending material almost 3,000 feet into the air. The crater that remained was about 82 feet in diameter and about 164 feet deep. By the fall of 2016, it had filled with water, forming a lake. The website tells of a woman who was so intrigued by a pingo, she visited it every day. One day she felt tremors in the ground, which she described as the earth breathing. Fortunately, the tremors frightened her and she ran away with the pingo exploding right after. The force of the explosion would surely have killed her. Professor Vasily Bogoyevlensky of the Russian Oil and Gas Research Institute in Moscow claims that about 4 to 5% of the pingos are dangerous and is encouraging other scientists to look for ways to release the gas before an explosion occurs. Dr. Bogoyevlensky has suggested pumping the gas out slowly, but that could be dangerous in inexperienced hands. The research paper by Sergei Inbaldovich of Lomonosov Moscow State University and his colleagues at Nature.com claims the phenomena is due to cryospheric processes. Not all pingos are dangerous, as some release only gas, but there is presently no way to differentiate between the mounds. Some pingos will cave in rather than explode when the ice core begins to melt. A pingo can take years to build up, but the pingos on the Yamal Peninsula are forming 3 times faster than areas in northern Canada and Alaska. There are about 13,000 pingos in Tuktoyaktuk, Northwest Territories in Canada, about 1/4 of the world's pingos. Central Alaska has hundreds of pingos, according to a paper published by G. William Holmes, David M. Hopkins, and Helen L. Foster for the United States Department of the Interior. The hills range from the Canadian border to the lower Yukon Valley and appear in places such as Manly Hot Springs, the Mackenzie River Delta area, Mount Hayes, Upper Tanana River Valley, the Tanacross area, Fairbanks Creek, McKinley Creek and the Pioneer Creek Valley. They range from 50 to 1,400 feet in width and 10 to 100 feet in height and are usually circular or elliptical shaped. Central Asia has pingos at the highest elevations, including the Tibetan Plateau at 13,000 feet, and Canada's Tuktoyaktuk Peninsula has so many they have established the Pingo National Landmark Area. The tallest pingo in Canada, the Ibia Pingo, can be found here at 160 feet tall and adds a few inches every year. Greenland has its share of pingos with over 100 of the hills. They are mostly found in Disco Bay, on the Kugangak alluvial plain on Disco Island and Nusrak Peninsula in western Greenland, and in the eastern area near Niagara, Jordan, which are also growing.